Hello everybody, I've been challenged to the amyotrophic lateral sclerosis ice bucket challenge by my daughter Winter Wells. And before I take on this challenge, I want to do my own raising of awareness about this illness. And in many ways we're looking at an illness that can actually be treated, and there are many examples. In fact, over 500 research experiments and notes to suggest that there are actually alternatives to what the ALS Association is focused on. And essentially these 500 different research attempts and experiments, they all basically lend to directions that the ALS Association is not following. And I mean, at the top of the list, cannabis is basically known to extend the life, if not basically stop the progress of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And coconut oil is also shown to basically take care of those symptoms as well, and halt the progress of it. So yes, I don't think there are quite miracle cure-alls out there, but I do believe that early recognition of the symptoms is important, so that people can get access to cannabis or coconut oil early on at the onset, and so that people can effectively take care of the symptoms while there are those that are looking to the actual cure. Now, I'm not a big fan, obviously, of the ALS Association, especially after looking at their books and seeing how much actually goes to research. I would like to see a lot less going to the CEOs and the people operating it. Even though it's a non-profit, it appears some people are doing very well from this, similar to how I feel about the cancer industry being a money-making industry for those that are in the research to fight cancer. But this is really also a story about this ice bucket challenge in the first place, and I won't go into all the details, but I questioned this as a very weird sort of practice. It's very effective, and I do believe it is getting the message out, which is wonderful. I just wanted to try to understand the energetics of what it was, with regards to the ice bucket, and the mandate of 24 hours, and basically the peer pressure element, which I'm not a big supporter of. Note, this is done after 24 hours, so maybe I'm already considered disqualified and already a disgrace to all those who actually did the challenge. So in some cases I've already failed it, but I'm okay taking my time to look into something I feel is important to not just jump into. So essentially, I found out that I'm still willing to do this, but I'd like to do it a little bit more on my own terms. Now, another rule is that you're to ask 3 people to take on this challenge as well. People that you feel that that will take on the challenge and that will represent well the purpose of spreading the message. And I have quite a few friends that are people that I would trust to do this, but in fact I'm not comfortable enough with the peer element of it, so essentially I'm abstaining as well from declaring anyone to follow me. However, if you do want to do it, you can say, you know, that I invited you. I invite all my friends to take a good look at this and perhaps do it. And if you don't already have someone sponsoring you to do it, this is an opportunity. You can say, after watching Julien's video, I was inspired to do this, or what have you. Now, one thing I am going to do with regards to the ritual of the water and the ice is just mention that water symbolically and energetically is representing the emotions. They represent a lot of the emotional connection. And although I'm not a fan of ice in particular, ice is almost like taking the emotions and creating a standard. It's almost like locking down the emotions without full free expression. So I understand that ice symbolically is the capturing and freezing of the emotion in a state. And I would not like to see that energetically affect people going forward. So I would recommend blessing the water for not just encapsulating the feelings that you have to support, but to not let it hold the emotions in and make you feel that the frigid and the cold and perhaps the discomfort of this has anything to do with giving up your rights to deserve all the comfort in your life. And in some cases, you know, this is not like Harry-Kiri where you're doing yourself in so much as no one should be in a position to make you uncomfortable. And that is among the most paramount messages that I could possibly share. That you are a sovereign being, and you ought to begin believing that if you don't already. And no one should ever feel peer pressure. So that's my message, and that's why I'm taking this on, because I respect all those that have put themselves through this experience for the purpose. I want them to know that I respect that, and we'll see just how cold this water is. Whoa!
You didn't even scream.
Sorry, I should have screamed. Oh boy. And I'm actually sitting in the water too. Woo! Thank everyone for following this lengthy conversation on the amyotrophic lateral sclerosis challenge.